What's up, guys? Check this out. I found some orange chantarells, and I don't have any idea if these are edible, but they are very likely chantarells because that's what they look like. But you wouldn't want to eat something that you're not sure of, because mushrooms is something that's very dangerous, I guess, because you could actually die if you ingest something that's poisonous. And so these are very beautiful. They have an orange color. I have a very low quality cell phone, so you can't really see it. They look yellow in the phone, but they're actually very bright orange, kind of like radioactive. Another thing that you don't want to do when harvesting chantarelles, if you go to a trail park, is that these are right on the side of the trail, and so dogs go by, people go by, and these they could contain pathogens, or parasites, whatever. So you wouldn't want to touch this. If these are indeed edible, then you would want to go away from the trail, like at least 100 feet, and then start harvesting them. But if they're in the trail, do not harvest them. And if you're not sure if they are edible or not, then don't harvest them. It's simple as that. I want to say that it's free food. Like, how come people don't do free food? And I think in the United States is because food is so affordable. Like, you could just go into the Dollar Tree and buy a bunch of canned food from the Dollar Tree. You $5, you buy 4 cans of food. Even mushrooms themselves. But people think, why am I gonna go picking these random ass mushrooms from the woods that I don't even know of, at risk of getting poisoning or dying, when I can just go into the dollar store and buy canned food? But see, they don't understand that that's dead food. The food that you buy at the dollar store is dead. I mean, there is some nutrition in there because there's minerals and, like, it'll sustain you and probably make you fat, but it's not something that we should be eating every day. You shouldn't be eating every day out of a can. You should be eating every day out of Mother Earth. And so yeah, that's why you should do it, because it's the right thing to do. It's not because it's cheap or free or expensive. It's because it's the right thing to do for you and nature. By harvesting these mushrooms, you're actually helping nature. Why? Because you become more conscious, more connected to the land. I see you at the mushroom patch. Yep, we had a big storm last night, and so this looks dangerous. Let me feel it. Nah, I won't fall. Come on, man, why are you afraid of dying? Don't be a pussy, man. Look, soon we'll have grapes. These are wild grapes, and I can't see any. Maybe because it's not time. Oh yeah, it's definitely not time yet, because we still got the flowers right there. But in about a month, they'll become little grapes, and eventually they'll turn purple, and you can eat them. And here we are, and holy macaronis. I think I'm gonna pick some because there are so many. Starting from here, check that out. Every white dot that you see is a chantarelle mushroom. This camera is not doing, it's definitely not doing, how do you say, honor to what I'm seeing. Check that out. Oh my god, these are all mature, so they're like past harvesting. But man, there's some beautiful ones out here. Look at this beauty right here. This is perfect right here. This is what you want to be harvesting right here. That's the perfect size. And always when you harvest them, make sure you remove the tips, the bottom tip, and you keep this. That way it's easier to clean it, okay? But check it out, man. They're all around me. Oh my god, there's so many. Wow. A lot of them are past due. Wow, look at this beauty, man. Oh my god, look at this. Holy moly, I'm gonna harvest some because I can't let this pass. Oh my god, look at that. Wow, and there is so many. This is incredible. Oh my god, look at this beauty. Look at that. Every single yellow dot. I know my cell phone sucks, but every single yellow dot is one of them. Wow, that's incredible. There's somebody walking up in the trail. You see how far I am? I'm like more than 100 feet, okay? That's more than 100 feet. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, yeah. It's more than 100 feet. Look at this. This is amazing. Wow. I mean, I'm telling you, my cell phone is not doing me a service. Look at that. The whole thing is yellow with mushrooms. And beyond that, you see between the trees? You see down there? There is so much mushrooms here. Now I'm gonna tell you how to pick them, okay? So first off, you're gonna pick them, right? Make sure they're nice and big like this, but not too big, because once they start going bad, like this one. See, this one's already, I'm sorry, I don't have my tripod. This one's already hollow in the middle, and it has been bitten by the insect. You don't want to harvest this. This is, I mean, you can eat it, but you gotta like wash it really good and cook it really good, because you know it has all that animal saliva. So no, what you want to harvest is this right here. See, these have no holes. I mean, it has a little bit of bug damage, but it's not that bad. And look, it's just beautiful. You want to take the bottom tips and get rid of the bottom tips, and you want to keep these nice looking heads, okay? Check it out. They're pretty much a solid without holes. It has a tiny bit of insect damage, but it's not a lot really. And so yeah, that's what you gotta look out for. And make sure you don't harvest the little ones, because the little ones are gonna be the next generation. These right here have already produced spores, so we can harvest them, no problem. And make sure you always leave some, because some animals eat them, okay? I don't know which kind of animals, but somebody said it on a video. And yeah, the insects and a lot of bugs eat these mushrooms. There's some worms that I found eating them, and you gotta respect that, okay? You gotta leave them alone. If you find a worm, or how do you say worm? Not a worm, but like a caterpillar. If you see a caterpillar already eating them, leave them, because that caterpillar, it's probably beneficial to the ecosystem, okay? It's that simple. So, alright guys, I'm gonna cut the video here. I'm gonna harvest a little bit of them and freeze them, because I have never froze them before. And so I'm gonna freeze them and see how they manage, see how long they stay good for. And you know, maybe in a couple months I'll thaw them and cook them and see what happens. So, because freezing is so easy, you know, you just harvest them, you put them in a bag and you throw them in the freezer. Maybe that'll work, right? Oh my god, it smells so good. Alright guys, peace out, man. Look at this monster, bro. It's the size of my palm, basically. A little bit less than the size of my palm. But see how much insect damage it has? You don't want to pick that. You want them to look solid, or at least semi-solid. Like, let me see a good example. This biggest one right here. That's the biggest one I have. And see, it doesn't have a lot of insect damage. It's just a little bit of damage. But this one right here, it has a lot of insect damage. It's just so majestic. It's so big and beautiful. But you don't want to harvest this, because it's already being food for the insects, and it's just too gross, you know what I mean? Like, if you cook it properly, if you cook it really well, it's no problem, you know. But there's so many other better ones, like that one right there. That's something you want to harvest, you know. So why would you harvest this if you can harvest those? You know, leave this for the insects. They're already going at it, so just leave it for them, you know. Instead, get the ones that they haven't gone to, or that look something that looks better, you know. But yeah, and this is, I'm not gonna pick anymore. I just want to harvest a little bit, because I'm gonna pick them fresh, wash them, and put them in the freezer and see how long they last in the freezer, just as an experiment, you know. So yeah, this is it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'm sorry about the screen being broken, you know, because of the type of work I do. I break my cell phones all the time. But yeah, that's it, man. I'm gonna head home now. I'm done walking, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out. Chop chop. Thanks for the likes. Drop a comment. It'll help me boost the algorithm. And but you don't have to. I just hope you enjoy the content. I just hope you guys learn something, okay? That's the main goal of this channel, okay? To teach you how to grow your own food for free, because it's not just good for you, but it's good for everybody, you know? We gotta coexist with the planet, right? With Mother Earth. Peace out.